Hello everyone! Snuck up on me again with that timer. How is everyone doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Gonna be doing a little fish and chip action tonight. Just getting a little water here ready so we can do a little boiling. Gonna be doing potato wedges. Gonna be doing beer battered, well, I put beer battered cod there. I have beer. Not 100% sure we're going to use beer in that batter. But, wedge potatoes, buttered peas. I'm going to make my own tartar sauce. I did promise in the Google Calendar some chocolate turtles today. Actually, I already made the caramel for that too, but not going to happen tonight. Sorry, folks. So, first thing we're going to have to get going here is our potatoes. Let's see, what all do we need going beyond that? We're going to start with boiling our potatoes tonight. Just going to use good old regular russets. Especially since that's what I already have around the house. This one's trying to grow on me a little bit. Let's do. Don't know actually how many of these I want to do tonight. It's probably going to be for 2 nights here. A little bit of a spot going there on the butt end. So these are just going in the water, just like that. Hey, Chris. How are you tonight? What's new and happening in your world? What are you having for dinner tonight? Yep. Good dinner. Gonna be tasting yummy tonight. Go well with the whole falling asleep and sleeping all day. Man, that vaccination that I got yesterday just wiped me out. So we got our taters in water here. And throw those on the flame. Bring those up to a boil. Then we're going to simmer them for a while. Want those completely I was really sore this morning. Like, I felt like went through a huge workout and was recovering. And I functioned normally for about, 4 or 5 hours this morning. And then I was just, like, out. And I've been asleep until I got up to get ready to do stream tonight. So, yeah, tired, a little sore, but overall not that bad of a reaction at the same time. Pretty much just all over the muscles in my body, just like they feel like you get that feeling like you stretch and they're feeling that much better, like they released the acid or whatever that you get built up when you've been working on them. That's pretty much how my entire body feels right now when I do things. That it feels better to do things, but it doesn't want to do it at the same time. Let's add a little salt in here, if only to help along the cooking process. So I think I was starting to say before, the potatoes, I want them to stay whole, I want them to stay individual wedges, nice pieces, but we want to cook them, and we want to cook them completely through. We want to overcook them, at least the outer parts to the potato, because we want those to get nice and crispy when later on we give them a second cook in some hot oil and crisp them up. Excuse me. But how are you tonight, Nan Reader? Welcome in as well. Might just skip making my own. Well, let's make mayo. Defrosting my fish here. It's been bought frozen cod. I mean, you might as well just buy frozen cod, because the vast majority of fish is frozen on the boat, so it's already been frozen. You might as well just buy it frozen. And that goes for, like, a lot of fish, actually, too. Draining the sink out there. interesting. Hopefully no one's having chat issues or we're not having stream issues. But it looks like my OBS chat just reconnected for some reason. Thank you for that resub, Nan Reader. Appreciate that. 7 months. Already 7 months. Wow. Might as well add the malt vinegar now. Got malt vinegar for our chips tonight, but might as well add a little malt vinegar into our tartar sauce too. Why not? Doing well, Huberman. Welcome in. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. I am dealing with vaccine after effects. Although, we're here. We're having fun. We're making some fish and chips. Working on making our tartar sauce right now. We got taters cooking on the stove. Let's see. Not quite to a boil yet there. Don't want them at, we want to bring them up to a boil, but then we want to cook them a lot slower. See how this fish is. Fish could still use a little bit more defrosting, so I'm going to add a bit more water to the sink here. Starting to get a bit glossy here, so we're probably getting to the extent of the oil we can add in here to our single egg yolk. Sort of amazing that a single egg yolk can thicken that much oil. Or emulsify that much oil. Which this is still not a lot. If you consider I've talked war stories before working at a resort where I worked with a saucier that would do upwards of 20 ounces to a single egg yolk, which that's a lot of oil or a lot of clarified butter in that case, but same difference for the most part. Just tastes better. Okay, so we got that covered. Now we need to add our other flavors for our tartar sauce, which are going to be two things out of my pantry. I'm really, really, really tempted to add black garlic. In fact, I might add some black garlic. If only because I got it around. New container Grey Poupon. mustard. Batel's ready. Our water's to a boil too. So we're going to turn the water down to just below a boil. Let's do our 90-second pre-roll ad. Yep, I think we're going to add some black garlic to this party too. It's going to make it's going to make it black, but see what we got here for a battle. All sorts of help out here. Need some more water for my drink. I'm gonna grab some more water here. Okay, battle time. Oh wow. Half of our forces wiped out mighty quick there. I don't know if we're gonna do this one. I don't got much life left there. No support. No. GT gonna save us? The real question here is these. Oh no, I don't think that's gonna happen. That's too many at once. That's a level 1? How many hit points is a level 1? 110 hit points is a level 1? Boo! Oh, we're definitely keeping playing that one. Actually, I'm going to put mine up there this time. See how we do in 30 minutes. So, now we got to add our relish. And our black garlic. Let's mix this in first. Mix in a few other things here. And then we'll add the garlic in. Because the garlic is going to turn this black. And I want to show you all there is such a thing as a regular tartar sauce too. A little cayenne. I'm forgetting a major player here that I bought specifically for this evening. This is some dill. Love that smell. Reminded every time I play with dill how much I love the smell of dill. Mix those in there. And onion powder. If only because I put onion powder in like everything. But we could put a little shallot in there. You could put a little actual onion in there. We're definitely going to need some salt, pepper, and MSG. More? Okay, a little more. So there we go, tartar sauce, my style. Nice and thick. But now we get to add garlic into the party, and lime. Save half of the lime for garnishing our plate. Other half we'll put in the tartar sauce. Thinned it out a little bit, but still pretty thick. And then black garlic. Before black garlic and after black garlic photos here. Why not? That's going to get darker as it soaks in and breaks down. As you notice, you get little smearages going on there where the black garlic is. It isn't quite all mashed in. There you go. There is that. Are these things defrosted yet? Not yet. Arg. How's our potatoes looking? Oh, those still got a while to go. Awesome. See how we're doing here with things. Cheers. Ah. Cheers. Spilling my water, I guess, out of habit there. I don't know if you guys caught that. Ooh, that was bright and acidic. Little relish left on that spoon. That just woke me right up. Sure tempted to do some biscuits tonight too. Why don't we see if we can find a quick recipe for some biscuits? Nope, that's not what I want. Yeah, here we go. This is a little closer to what we're looking for. salt, MSG, which I forgot MSG over here. Add a little MSG over here too. Black pepper. Again, it's gonna be a moment. This is still looking like maybe half the amount of black pepper I want for these. I want lots of black pepper in my biscuits. So, black pepper. Baking powder. Where'd you go, honey? A little honey in there too. More sifting to sift the flour than worrying about something that was in there. There was all a bunch of pepper that was at the bottom. Lastly, half cup worth of butter. Well, not lastly. Half cup of butter, and then yogurt. Not doing milk, not doing cream. Butter and yogurt tonight. And again, I'm going to use this because I've decided my hands are too warm for trying to mix in butter with flour. A little more onion powder, some garlic powder. Continue to work that butter into everything, or cut that butter into it. What else do I want to add in here? We definitely want to add some chive, maybe some dill. We got dill. Let's do chive and dill. See how that parsley's looking in here too. You still got some decent parsley here. Got some Ocean 11 vibes going with this song. Okay, I take that back. The start of it was. The guitar's there a little bit. Brass is there. Parsley sticking to my wet fingers. So add all of these herbs in with the and that little bit of black garlic in with the biscuits. Then cut that in as well. That looks like a pretty good mix to me. Next, we're going to use up some of that Greek yogurt that we got left over from the other night. How much moisture we got in this recipe? Okay. That's Greek yogurt, thicker strained yogurt. Actually, sort of my preference of yogurts if I'm just eating yogurt. I haven't done that in a while. I used to enjoy yogurt in the morning. Some point between college and now. So we'll start by folding this in as much as possible. Or rather, folding it over. We've got 1 minute until our Stream Raiders battle, so we'll run our pre-roll app. Okay. That's enough kneading for that. Don't know why we still have the oil and the... Well, might as well leave the malt vinegar out, but... Not sure why that's... Olive oil is still hanging out here. Cheers. bottle. Rogues were the wrong choice for this map. Even though we got all those chests. Need more of an army than one tank here, folks. No flag bearer, no priest. Don't know if we got this one either. Maybe. Woohoo! Nothing but chests left. That was a toughie. Victory. Entropy getting all those kills. 26 kills. Helping out with the assists. Entropy getting the scrolls. Congrats. See how we do in 30 minutes there. These are all tanks. This should be a little bit easier level here, I think. Hello. Welcome in, Nemanja. We're working on fish and chips. Got some drop biscuits I'm throwing together here. Should be a good time. Welcome in. Got a black garlic tartar sauce here. That I'm giving a whisk to every now and then to try and continue to incorporate that black garlic. The more it stirs, the more it's gonna smear against the side of the bowl and make the whole dish a little bit darker. I'm shocked that it isn't darker than it is already. Never had fish and chips. How can you live life and not have fish and chips? I mean, isn't it like served to us in school and all sorts of things along life? Oil. Why did I save that? Chat, why did I save this? Why did I not pour this into like a completely different bottle or something? But if you hang out here tonight, Nemanja, you still won't have tried fish and chips, but you might know how to make it. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. I actually think a lot of foreign schools are a lot better than the United States schools because they actually serve food, though. Everything in the U.S. is all processed full of sugar. I mean, I say fish and chips here in the States, but it's probably, been handled by 4 processors in the time it got to the school. Full of wheat and fillers and it's good that it's not, I mean, you don't want school lunches to be expensive, so that, people can afford it. People should be eating. It shouldn't be a penalty. Which is why it's so full of processed junk here in the United States, but it still doesn't make me approve of it anymore. Oh, that's for frying. So it's for cooking, it's not for... This is a lot of oil here. But this is mostly going to remain in there after we're done. These drop biscuits still don't look quite wet enough to me. Let me see if I got some dairy in here. I think I still got some milk in here. Yeah, I still got some milk in here. Let's add a little milk into this too. It's not just straight fried. We're going to make a batter for it. Where's my cutter? We'll continue to cut in that liquid. There we go. That's a little bit more drop biscuitable. What temp we cooking these at tonight? Start the oven on 450. Turn the fan on. And we're going to do these in a cast iron skillet. Oops. Better if I grease this first. I am not sure Celsius conversion on that. You'll have to Google that one. TV show called Kid Nation. No, I've never heard of Kid Nation. Drying the pan back off here after rinsing it out. Then we'll give it a buttering. Not quite. It's more complicated than that, the conversion. Okay, biscuits once again. This fish finally defrosted, yeah. So we got biscuits. Final touch for our biscuits, we'll throw some Parmesan on top. Thank you, Zen Mobius. Welcome, man. How are you doing this fine evening? I don't know if it's because I'm moving around and doing stuff, but the more I do here and the more I hang out here, the better I'm feeling tonight. So that's good. You're live. That's a good start. Sounds like you're feeling a little bit like myself. Then just a pile of Parmesan on top of each one of these. There we go. Fuzzy biscuits. Yep, you're feeling exactly like I am, Zemobius. I got my first and last injection yesterday. Lurking means you're hanging out and watching the show, but you're not really participating in chat. We love lurkers here. Some streamers don't like lurkers saying they're lurking or stuff like that because they feel it brings down their chat. I don't know that I'm really busy enough to even really have it matter. But I am happy to have everyone here. Let's see. Oven's still preheating for our biscuits. We'll set these off to the side then. And let's dry off our fish. That wasn't useless information. That was well-needed information. We get a lot of European or international viewers here, and I don't have a conversion chart that I can sit here and say, okay, that goes from this to Celsius and this to freedom units. Exactly. But if I say that, it sets it off for all of you. Oh, why you gotta be so difficult? It's got a tear thing, it just doesn't want to tear. Bagged inside of a bag, inside of a bag, inside of a bag. You see, this is what happened on the ship. I'm pretty certain that this fish was harvested, thrown in these bags, and then frozen while it was still on the ship. Then when it came off the ship, it got the marketing. After they figured out who they're selling it to. None of these want to just freely open. Of course not. Yeah, and some of the streamers have it as a channel point redemption too. I know a couple of food and drink streamers who, have asked a question as a redemption for their stream points or channel points. So we're going to take each of these individually, take a look at them. Want to make sure that we don't get any curly, wiggly, wormy things going on in here, because that is a problem with cod. The last time I had cod on stream, we had a little wriggly to show off I don't know if we will today or not. Hey, Suki! Happy Friday. This one's not feeling like a very solid piece of meat here. I do not see any wrigglies so far. Wigglies. Any parasites. So this one's just big and thick. This one's enormous, and this one's folded. These are all looking pretty good though. Then one piece is sort of fall apart-ish, but not too bad. Biscuits in the oven. Move our oil over here, move our spare pans over there, and work on our next drying project here. I'll move this off the cutting board. Next we're going to dry off our potatoes, or at least allow them to air dry a little bit. Well, we're taking them out of the water, so they're going to have to dry it, but the heat's going to help us with that. We have our well-cooked potatoes that are starting to fall apart there. And still near boiling heat water, hot water. Trying to be careful with them, since they are cooked and they are soft. They are ready to fall apart for the most part, like that one. Broke into two on me. And just as I said, these are overcooked, which is the point of what we're doing right now. We want these overcooked so that we've broken down all those starches. When we fry them, they're going to be nice and crispy without any real needed added tips or tricks. Big issue is just trying to get them in the oil while looking nice still. Ah, that one just fell apart. Okay. I still lost at least one in there. So that's gonna hang out for a couple minutes here. Allow that to dry up a little bit. Yeah, Suki. Yeah, that one takes, and I'm having trouble now that I've gotten used to this burner and I like this burner at its current setting. I don't want to adjust it at all, but I don't have enough of that. I don't have the habit of moving it to that back burner, because that back burner is like half the size. And so this is like perfect for like hot holding back here, but I never like use it. I always end up just leaving it up here where it's sort of like, okay, on, you're practically boiling just by turning it on. Just to move things around a little bit easier here, we're gonna transfer potatoes to sheet pan if the paper's gonna allow me to. Nope. I completely demolished that one, just trying to get it back on the paper towel. Okay, so we got our taters drying. Continue to cool down a bit. Gonna give our tartar sauce another tailspin here. We got some black garlic in there that I'm continuing to try and work into this. But this is my tartar sauce tonight for, I forget who was asking about tartar sauce, Nemanja. That's the tartar sauce. Salt? That needs something still. We got the herbs in there. We got the pickle in there. I don't know. Let me see if I'm missing anything from a standard tartar sauce recipe here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to add that. I guess we'll skip that. It could be a little bit of sugar in there, adding a little sweetness to it, but otherwise it's pretty good. It's just, it wasn't 100% what I was expecting there. So turn the heat on our oil here. We'll do our 90-second pre-roll ad. We'll remind everyone to take a look at the Discord. We got our vote going on this week between Vegemite and Kosher Pickles. There's usually one place where I can put it where I can get both photos. Guess I can't get both photos moving. But tight race again this week. Last week was a close race too. So please feel free to go in and make your vote aware. Also, please go in there and make some votes for our upcoming dates. Here we need some more votes for our next submissions. Feel free to add your own suggestions in there too. I just added vanilla extract in there the other day. I really just like these ads they're putting at the bottom of this here now. Almost to the point that I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Because I appreciate getting some eyes from Stream Raiders, and I enjoy having a little bit of a engagement with the community. There's a limit to the advertising I want to subject y'all to. You can throw the marketing away here. Okay, battle. Easy win, easy win. Victory. I guess I did all the work that round. Who gets all the gold? 50 gold. Wow. Suki with the 50 gold. Congrats. Ooh, do we go top route, bottom route? Gold chest, gold chest. Don't know that it really matters too much here. Let's do the bottom route. Will be revealed over time. So I'm going to put my tank right there. We'll see what pops up. This will work for that. Why get something else dirty? We need to make a beer batter. Except I'm not going to use beer in my beer batter. Let's take a look at our biscuits. Those are starting to look nice. I'm going to give those another 2 minutes, I think. I lied. Made it 3 minutes. Gonna sift another cup of flour here. Seasoning time. Cayenne, smoked paprika, little Old Bay. Little garlic powder. Onion powder. Black pepper. After we sift all that loveliness. Let's take a look at our biscuits. I don't know. I sort of feel like those need another minute or two. I think I'm going to give those another minute or two. They got some nice color, but they're looking a little on the underdone side to me. They got a little darkness up there, but I'd rather have them cook through than so I'm going to give those another 5 minutes. The oven is off now though, so it's going to go down in temp, and it's already lost a decent amount of temp from being open twice there. So it's probably around like, I'd say probably 400-ish at this point. It's my guess. Okay, we got everything we want in here. We need some more. We need some salt and MSG. paprika, salt, yeah, basically everything but our egg and beer. But I'm not going to use beer. I'm going to use cider, because I have cider. And egg. Egg. You know where the eggs are, Jay. Why are you still wondering? Move this off the side. Yeah, let's use a fork for that. The reason I'm using cider is because I only got one beer and I want to drink it. And I don't think the fruitiness of a pear cider is going to be detrimental to our beer batter, or almost beer batter. And our beer, or our pear cider. That's why I should have used... No, we can use a fork still. But that's why I should have used a whisk, because we need to whisk this a little bit. Okay, we're switching to a whisk. You just want to make sure we work out all the flour clumps here. Should be liquidy enough that we're not too worried about gluten or anything like that. So it will thicken up the more you toy with it. See where we're at in our oil. And let's just surface temp it. 200 or so. Let's take another look at our biscuits. Those are still a bit soft to me. So I'm going to continue leaving those in there. I'm not adding any new heat to our oven here. But we're going to give those another 5 minutes at that lower temp to just continue to dry the insides out, essentially. Cook them through a little bit. Ain't nothing there worth talking about anymore. That was the last of that bottle. Okay. Now the question is, do we start with the fish or do we start with the chips? I'm thinking we start with the chips. Need a place to put our chips when we're done. And why don't we do a little cleanup before we get into frying here? How much we got in our next Stream Raiders battle? 18 minutes, okay. Do a little quick cleanup time here. Okay. We can put this in a container too. The rest of this in the fridge for now. Okay, I'm going to pull those now. There's our drop biscuits. We'll set those off to the side here on the stove. What are we missing here to be ready before we do frying action? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to slam that door. So we need another 100 degrees or so here before we start in our taters. Cheers, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely time. I'm happy with the way these biscuits at least poofed up. I've been having issues with drop biscuits lately. They've been turning out for me. I'm also going to throw this tartar sauce in the fridge for a little while too. Sort of tempted, but sort of not, to see what the bottom of those are. A little worried that these are going to be dark on the bottom, but they're not stuck to the bottom, so it's a good sign. Actually turning down the heat on that flame, even though we're still not where I want it to be yet, because I don't want it to go way beyond that point once it gets there. I don't want it shooting up at high heat. We want it sort of a gradual increase in temperature. Maybe try and space this out so that it's maybe after the next battle here. Give ourselves. Why don't we take a 10-minute AFK here, and we'll come back for the battle, and we'll start frying when we come back. So see y'all in about 10 minutes.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience it comes apart. Add additional ingredients if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads.
Great cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy. Ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open. Simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth, like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
3, 2, 1, blast off. She's up. Come in ideal countdown control. Ready for second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Count down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender, quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you...
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy...
All right. So we're about 325, 330-ish there in our temp on our oil still. Let's do our Stream Raiders battle. Oh, we got another 20 seconds on that. Hey, Red Nut. Welcome in. How you doing this evening? Oh, we get to some rats down there? Now we got a couple of spiders on our flanks. Victory. GTCM1 with the kills, Entropy with the assist. Entropy and Head Mama Bear getting the scrolls. Congrats. Maybe the last one this evening. I don't like rolling them after the stream like I did on Wednesday. But this one, I'd go light on the rogues. The rogues do go after the chests, but if you look at the last couple of times we've done this map, I already failed this map once earlier tonight. It's because we had way too many rogues and they went out and they died way too quick. So we definitely need some support units out there for this, not just straight rogues. We'll see how we do in 30 minutes. It's time to start frying. Let's see where our oil temp is at. Oh, we're still a little low on our oil temp. Want another 15 degrees or so. We're going to start with our potatoes anyways. Oops, music. That's why it's so quiet. There we go. Refill my water glass. Epic Nightmare Archer. Epic Metro Mage, or Retro Mage. Yeah. Epics are good. We want the epics. What's for supper? This is what's for supper. Welcome in. Glad to have you, Dieselhead. We're doing some fish and chips tonight. I've already made up some drop biscuits that we're waiting to enjoy a bit later. I'll give you a better look at those later. We got some black garlic tartar sauce that I made from scratch. And we're just waiting the last little bit here to get our oil up to temp before we start frying our boiled potato wedges and start battering and frying our fish. So how are you doing this evening? What are you eating for dinner tonight? Thank you, Entropy. Yeah, those came out pretty well. And I was completely random. I figured we were going to have some time to kill, and I had the yogurt just going bad in the fridge, so let's make some biscuits. So they're not even normal biscuits, they're full of yogurt, and not my, not what I'm used to making. Got some olive oil here chilling on the counter from when I was making mayo for the tartar sauce. Take out, nice. Hey, you gotta support those restaurants right now. They're all, especially if you're here in the States, the restaurants need the help. I'm tempted to do pizza again. I'm trying to work on that, and I'm sort of addicted now that I got that pizza stone. Okay, let's go ahead with that, see what we get. Throw a couple of the nicer whole, easy, full pieces of potato here. See if we can't try and preserve them by keeping them nice to begin with here. This is all brand new oil. I do typically keep my oil and recycle it, but we were due for new oil, so this is all new oil tonight. We'll do that for our first batch of potatoes. That's one rapid boil going there with that oil. Yeah, Suki, the pizza streams do well. I'm a little worried with that we're going to get a flood of pizza here now because we now have, it seems to a number of the partnered streamers have now all bought those home mini pizza ovens. Which, they're sort of cutesy. I don't want to spend that kind of money on a pizza oven that isn't more versatile than those. They seem to be unitaskers as far as they can make a small pizza, and that's about it. I mean, they're 12, 18-inch, I think, size ovens. And if I want an oven, I want an oven that I can, like, bake bread in. I can do all sorts of stuff with. This is just, it's probably actually mostly soy, but just cheap cooking oil. I do a lot of organic stuff, but when it comes to frying oil, cheap stuff. I have been using a lot of lard lately. That actually just went out with the last batch of oil. I butchered the better part of a whole pig here on stream last year, and so I had a ton of lard around the kitchen from rendering from that pig. So I have been using a lot of lard on stream, and I still have a decent amount of lard to use for baking and stuff, but new clean fresh oil means we're not going to get as much golden color on our fries here, because actually the impurities are what's going to give us some of that color from reusing the oil, from having the oil around, making a ton of chips with it already. Actually, we're going to toss this one back in. Get that one a little bit longer. Starting to float here. Now it still needs to go. So let's add another batch in. Now we're getting into some of the more messier pieces. Obviously need to salt our freshly fried taters. And turn the oven on to 250 just to keep things warm. When we're done with our potatoes, hold them in the oven. But if you're wondering about normal cooking oil, diesel, I usually use organic sunflower oil for if I'm sauteing in a pan or something along that line. I'm just talking strictly like fry oil. I'm using cheap conventional low-end oil. And to give you all a look at what we're getting here as far as our lightly fried but soft and cooked through tater chip. I'm going to give these a little bit longer than that first batch. Nice and light, crispy on the outside. Not quite as much crunch as I would like, but we're going to get more crunch off of these ones that are broken up. The starch has been broken down a little bit more. Like this. This is going to be a crunch fest here. There's that one from the first batch. I use fine salt on my freshly fried products because smaller grain, it seems to stick a bit better to me. You put kosher salt over the top of freshly fried stuff and half bounces off. There you go. Only took you like 30 seconds to focus that time. It's been about a year from me. I know I did fish and chips on stream last year. I don't remember really when. We've dropped like 50 degrees here. Turn the heat up a little bit. I guess those are attached. So we're going to this a moment to warm back up. We want this at 350 again or higher. A bit more salt on the new taters. I mean, that's just see-through potato skin, nice and crispy. Malt vinegar, you say? Hey, Red Nut, sorry, the scramble's still not working. Not sure what's up with that. I actually recreated the whole thing, redid it all. It's still not showing up properly in chat. I'm worried that their most recent patch to the bot broke my game. We'll see. But for anyone coming in late in the game here, we have some drop biscuits that I already made with some Parmesan on top there. We got our oil reheating up so that we can continue cooking our potatoes. Boiled a bunch of potatoes earlier, and we're frying those up now. Getting some crispy wedge style potatoes. And we've got our fish batter over here that is just sort of chilling, waiting for us to be ready for our fish. And tartar sauce is already made. Did a black garlic tartar sauce that's chilling in the fridge. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, Red Nut. I mean, it's obviously like half working, because I don't know if you've seen earlier, but you can type scramble in sometimes and it'll tell you that the game isn't quite finished, or there's a game already running, and there's nothing else being reported from it at all. Yeah, we lost way too much heat there. Need another 40 degrees here in this oil, just from that first batch of, or 2 batches of potatoes. Salt. Actually, I can take a quick check here in the Discord since we're waiting. See if there's anything in the Discord about that. Don't see anything off the top here. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Since we're waiting, I can sit here and hype up the vote once again. We got our weekly ingredient vote, challenge vote going on in the Discord. When Vegemite battling against kosher pickles for next Wednesday. Please feel free to give your suggestions. Oh, we got a new user here that may have already left. Yep, Kiki already left. Sorry, Kiki. Didn't have a chance to give permissions after all. Of course, if Kiki had read the rules page that she did have, or they had access to, it would have said, you need permissions granted to you to see the rest of the server. By the way, this rules page, you notice that nice big new members to the server will need to wait for a mod to grant them permissions to the rest of the server. Should make that red or something. I wish I could change the color. $340. Getting close again. Not that close, though. We can set that down. All the epics tonight. Thank you for all the epics and Stream Raiders tonight. All sorts of help on this map. Nice, nice. Another 5 degrees. I'm gonna let that go a little over 350 since we lost 350 so easily with that. I also want to get a bit more color than I've been getting on the potatoes. Like I said, we're working with fresh oil, and it's almost hard to get like that beautiful golden exterior when you're working with brand new fresh oil. But like even the little bit that's in there like that right now is going to help with our color. Hey, Miss Lisa Face. Why, hello there yourself. How goes it in your world tonight? Is it a Hanks or a Goldblum night? The Burbs. Wow. I haven't even heard of that one mentioned in ages. Like, the old one that I think about when I think about Hanks is the Money Pit. But the Burbs. I don't even really remember the Burbs. I know it. I've seen it. There isn't, huh? That surprises me. Then again, Goldblum has had a little controversy here and there, and Hanks is Mr. Clean and Pure. I think Goldblum was on the verge of getting himself canceled there during Me Too movement. pre-roll time before our Stream Raiders battle. Yeah, there's rumors going around that I think it's probably more that his personality type and that it gets a little, he's a little touchy-feely. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets into problems like that. Not that I think he's out there causing serious issues, but I doubt he's helping them at the same time. Yeah, you don't really, I mean, it's got to be a completely different world, these people, between when they're on stage and off stage, because they all have armies working for them as far as, you know, publicist, producer, you know, primp and prod, and I mean, you even have streamers these days with, well, fair number of streamers these days with publicists and media help, and there we go. Now we're getting some nice color. I just heard Discord in the back. What do we get going on here? Oh, we got someone going live. Forgot to mute things in the back room. There we go. That's some golden goodness. There's two pieces there. See all the broken piece, so you get all the color in the broken areas. Hit those that I pulled out with some fresh salt. Yeah, he's sort of in a class of his own there. See where we are with temp now. See, that knocked us down at least 20 degrees, even after allowing it to probably regain some heat as we allowed it to cook. Wait for that to cool down a little bit. Then we'll give a close-up on that potato deliciousness. A better close-up. Yum. Sweet chili and sour cream. That doesn't sound bad. And we're going to have ours with fish, malt vinegar, and tartar sauce. And drop biscuits. That doesn't really go with the potatoes. Make sure we don't got anything sticking down here. We shouldn't, especially with that much fat in the pan, but... Oops, sorry for that streak. Little fingernail on chalkboard action there. Sweet chili and sour cream. I mean, cheddar and sour cream has to be my favorite potato chip flavor. I love me some cheddar and sour cream Ruffles. That's absolutely my go-to for potato chips. I went and forgot our battle. Let's do our battle. No, not sour cream and onion. Cheddar and sour cream. There's a distinct difference in my opinion. Ruffles has both. Cheddar and sour cream is superior in my opinion. Victory. Fang Mermaid getting those kills. Me helping out the assists. Red Nut and Fang Mermaid getting the scroll and 50 gold. That's a nice reward there. Oh. Yeah, let's do the last boss. Let's do the boss. It's Loyalty Boss. So, I'm going to start back behind everything here. And we'll fight our way over to the boss. So, we'll do this. You don't get Ruffles? How can you not get Ruffles? There's something to be said for a good kettle chip, too. I mean, don't get me wrong. But I'm talking my go-to mass-produced potato chip. Definitely Ruffles. I appreciate Pringles. But to me, they're not a real potato chip. They're like a modern potato chip to me because I don't think they're... I think they're like made from particle... Like, Preacher Pringles are made from, what do they call it? Dehy. Or dehydrated potatoes. There's the last our potatoes in the fryer. Kettle's been a big popular one around here too. At least as far as the new varieties and the ones they're marketing. We also have baked Ruffles here, which not a fan. Yeah, I know Pringles has changed hands a couple of times, and so I'm sure it's been modified to suit the new owner's systems. Because a lot of these big companies are not only combining their efficiencies of one brand, but they're combining, okay, we're making decon potatoes, which you can then make into instant mashed potatoes and 50 other products, but we'll go ahead and use those decon to make our Pringles too. Sort of a thing. Or, they're in the oil business, or for the frying oil, or something. Or they're a beer producer, and so they're selling their yeast off to, a subsidy of the same company, parent company, or... There's a lot of that going on as far as saving money in the corporate world. So when Kraft got pulled apart for parts, if you aren't familiar, as I'm remembering this, and I'm probably remembering it wrong, I think Pringles used to be a part of Kraft back in the day, and Kraft got split into Kraft and Mondelez, and then Kraft got sold off to someone else. And Mondelez is like all the old Kraft products, but with more of an international flair. They're less the U.S. products. Fresh salt over the potatoes, and these are all going to go in the oven to stay warm. Actually, I'm sort of tempted. Let's see how we do with the second fry on a couple of these ones that I did the first batch with. I think are a little bit lighter than the first ones than the rest of them, so let's try giving those a little bit more love in the oil. Don't know if it's even cheese with Kraft's block cheese. We call it cupper cheese because it doesn't sit in the fridge. My favorite for making yeah, I don't know what necessarily what that cheese is, but Americanized cheese is where they're like 50% oil. they have their places. I mean, I love a good melty American on my cheeseburger. I'm not a huge cheddar fan when it comes to cheeseburgers. I want that oily American. Do I even have some? Yeah, I got a couple of Kraft singles in here too. I don't know how long they've been in my fridge. We're still getting enough bubbles off of these, so I'm going to leave them in there a little, see what more color we can get out of them. Apocalypse, yeah. I mean, that's really what it boils down to is, you know, the Kraft cheese and that is all the processed block government cheese for same stuff as that old government issue World War cheese. There we go, that's some nice golden. One last one. We're all waiting on you, Chip. It's all your fault. Late night coffee sounds good. I'm gonna probably be up like all night tonight after I fell asleep for half the day. For those that missed earlier, I thankfully got my vaccine yesterday, but I've been aching all last night and sort of aching all day today, but not like debilitating. But I also like fell asleep like all day today. Okay. Salt one last time. Chips into the warm oven. Turn that oven off now though, but make sure we don't have any oil drippage going on here. Wipe off the outside of our frying pan here. We'll get some splatter and all that. We don't want enough of that getting going so that we get any fires creeping up from that bottom. And now it's time to put our fish in there. Nice, Miss Lisa Face. Congrats to you as well. So we have our frozen cod here, or previously frozen cod. Make sure that we got our mixture still mixed. Yeah, that's still somewhat emulsified. Worried that our flour may have settled with that, so that doesn't seem to be the case. Let's see where we're at with our oil. We want to go up to 375 now for our fish, which we're almost there. So let's go ahead and start our first two pieces into our sort of beer batter, our cider batter. I used a pear cider because I had that hanging out in the fridge rather than a beer, because I only have one other beer left and I want to drink that with my fish and chips. Pretty much right there. Let's give them a shot. Burnt finger, actually it's doing pretty well. That's completely healed basically, it's just pink because it's new skin. Same thing with that. Peeking out. I need a place to put this fish when we're done. Actually, I already got this pan dirty. Let's use this one still. Oh, we want you separate pieces. Actually, thank you for reminding me about the finger. I have been, the first two nights, I gave it a little Neosporin and wrapped the Band-Aid around it just to make sure. Because when you get a bubble like that and the skin pops up, I've found that it's a lot better to sterilize, using a sterilized instrument, pop that blister, and then try and keep that skin adhered against the burn. Because when you strip that skin away from it, then it's got just that much longer that it has to heal. Aloe vera, like I said, I go with Neosporin as far as burns and cuts. Just because it's worked for me in the past, not because I really want to recommend that over any other potential product. There we go. Fish. Round 2. That oil ain't looking so clean and pretty anymore. Definitely gonna have to strain that. I don't know, Miss Lisa Face. Make coleslaw. I love using Brussels sprouts for coleslaw. That's an easy way to go through a ton of them. Sort of trying to separate the two pieces of fish as much as possible. One, because we don't want them sticking to each other, but also because temperature reasons. You get them to huddle together, and that side of the pan is going to cool down because it's got all the cool fish in the same spot. And the pan is going to want to naturally do that because it's going to want to create a convection to try and circulate heat rather than, pans don't like to come to a full boil. They like to boil in like half of it, so the other half can cool and cycle back down and be reheated. Were they at least on sale, Miss Lisa Face? I mean, it's not even really Brussels sprout season. I think of Brussels sprouts being Thanksgiving time. Red Nut, I think you should use your favorite butter for this, because it's not going to, the flavor is going to be just that much better. Won't hurt your pocketbook at all. Wanted to make sprout chips in the oven. It's not a bad plan for them either, but you're going to have a lot of chips with that. It's a thick boy. I'm going to give that one a little bit longer. Trying to eat more greens. Sounds like you're doing it. I don't know if you can see that like bubbling under the skin too. Where are we temp-wise? Oh, we got to heat that up a bit longer before we add that next batch in there. Before we add our last batch of fishy goodness in there. Sounds good, Red Nut. Take a photo of our drop biscuits while I'm waiting. Photos of our crispy fish. Let's see what we got here. Biscuits. Sour cream and onion. These are definitely in that ballpark. There's a fair amount of onion powder in these. And all that yogurt gives you that same tang. These things are like super tangy. Like they were buttermilk or there's yogurt in these, but along the lines of buttermilk biscuit. Good time. Kale, spinach, avocado, cucumber. You do that all in one? Or are those different ones that you do? Because, like, I don't know about the avocado and cucumber with the berries. Wow. Okay. The red smoothie. Why do I say I don't? Because I just don't see cucumber and berries going well. I guess they can go together. I just don't see them being a great combo. And avocado, I'm just not a huge raw avocado fan. I want to have that with something. I want to mix it in with stuff. And so that to me is just sort of like good fat in there. Yeah, flavor-wise. Battle, which means pre-roll. Almost there with the temp on our oil. 360. I'm going to give that a little bit more of a stir here to even out our temperatures in the oil. Bottle. Easy win. Easy win. Nope, Red Nut. Purposely do ads when we're not doing much. Entropy and Red Nut with the kills and assists. Fang Mermaid and Red Nut getting some scrolls. Congrats. Boss defeated. I think we're going to hold off on that because we only got one more batch of fish here to do tonight. So we'll continue on with the new map here on Sunday. Sunday. And we'll fry some fish up here. Well, coleslaw time. Like I said. Frozen cod. I do wish my batter was a little bit thicker tonight. Should have maybe gone with a cup of booze instead of a whole cup and a third or almost a whole bottle. Need the Crispies. Crispies are an important part of this project. I went and forgot the peas. I forgot to do the peas. I done messed up too. Oh well. Absolutely, Miss Lisa Face. Bulk up everything you got with those. I mean, they're essentially like mini cabbages. What do you dress fried fish with? Tartar sauce, lemon juice, maybe some chives as far as hitting the plate with. I'm not going to bother with that tonight. A little malt vinegar. heat off on that oil. And take that oil and put it at the back of the stove as well. See if we can't grab ourselves a nice looking biscuit. Pull out our chips out of our warm oven, keeping them nice and warm and toasty. There you go. Misleads the face. Awesome. Oh, we got our... Totally forgot to put our black garlic tartar sauce in that photo. Yep, so that's black garlic with our tartar sauce. Nice cold IPA. Nice hoppy deliciousness. Give you all a good close look up on the main screen here. Hey, Mama Bear. Mossbanator. Sorry about that. Mossbanator, welcome in, Moss. Glad to have you. I know I'm mispronouncing that. You wanted me to pronounce that differently. I apologize. Thank you, Miss Lisa Face. I appreciate that. Give you a close-up on that tartar sauce, too, before we call that a night. Alright, who can we give a raid to tonight? Who we can pass the fun off to tonight? Hopefully everyone's had a good evening. We're going to be back on Sunday. I'm going to be trying to do crepes, and I'm going to do stuffed crepes. I'm going to try and fry the stuffed crepes. Should be a fun time. Should be an interesting project to try. What do we got going here for... Okay. I think I got a target in mind here. This is not someone that I've rated before, but honestly, I don't know if I've even seen their stream before, so we're going in a little bit blind here. This is another food and drink streamer that's pretty well known. Looks like he's having a good time doing some frying up some chicken to go with our fish. So I hope you all enjoy that. We're gonna go say hello to Rusty Rhymes. Thank you all for joining me tonight. As I said before, gonna be going and doing crepes on Sunday. We got the ingredient vote going in the Discord between pickles and Vegemite. That should be a fun time. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a great night. I'll see you again soon.